today's topic, we're going to be getting into the whole thing with Lil TJ and Offset. We'll also be talking about Andrew Reese being traded to the Atlanta, and just a few things that's also going on in both college basketball as well as in the NBA. All right, welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I'm Daryl.
I'm Armando. Wait, before we start,
Yeah,
I got it. Before we start, I just got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
To the guy that wouldn't let me merge over in traffic, fuck you. like a big fuck you. Like all caps.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to merge over. He see that I'm trying to merge over. He's speeding up to almost to the point where he almost ran me off the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the back, I look up. He's sticking his middle finger at me. Right. And you know me, I come from the era like, bro, don't just do that. So I roll down my window and I give him the just pull over. Pull over, bro. On site, we can throw these hands.
Yeah.
Like I was that pissed off. Like you mad at me and I was in the right. I put my signal on. I'm trying to merge over. As I'm merging over, you just start speeding up.
Yeah.
I can't slow down because we're running out of road.
Mm.
So fuck you, Daryl. I think because he looked like he was a Daryl. At least that's what his name tag said.
Mm.
You know, so not you, Daryl. You know, you spell it the black way. So I have to get that out the way. I'm sorry.
All right. So what I want to touch on first.
Sorry, fuck you again. Okay, there you go. I had to get it out the way. All my fuck yous. There you go.
So what I want to touch on today is because we were kind of like talking about this last week. You know how celebrities, once you get to like a certain status, leave that stuff alone. A lot of like you rich now.
Yeah, leave the streets alone.
Pooh, Shiesty, you ain't even been out of jail 6 months, or I think it would have been 6 months. You and your father hold Gucci Man hostage to get out of a contract.
He was in jail watching some. Probably got the concept from watching the movies when he was in jail.
This ain't like the 1950s. You ain't gotta hold dude over the balcony like in the Five Heartbeats. You ain't gotta do all of that.
You think he Suge Day,
right? It's
because he ain't Suge Knight.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's crazy to me that we were talking about this off camera. You could have like resolved this dispute in court.
Yeah,
you got the money to legally get out of the contract.
And what I wanted to know is, what's the contract? Do you owe albums still? Was it was it one of those deals where give me 4 or 5 albums you done, or hits, or what was left on the contract? That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And then not even just that, nobody heard music from you for a while. So what contract are you trying to get out of? If anything, this is what probably bring you in some revenue.
Yeah, but he definitely has to owe on that contract.
Yeah,
I didn't bother to like look deep into that, but he has to owe on the contract.
Yeah, because you haven't put out anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, how are you trying to get out of a contract? If anything, Gucci Man should have held you hostage.
Yeah,
rap.
Which technically he did, because I think like if it were years that he owed on the contract, he probably looked at it like, all right, well I served like 5 in prison. I'm not in this contract anymore, because Gucci Man has been known to let people out of their contracts, like based off of like them going to prison. But in those cases, a lot of the artists that were signed to Gucci Man, they got life sentences. You got out in a reasonable amount of time, still young enough, and I think he released an album like when he came out.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to know what's in that contract.
Yeah,
that he felt like he need to get out of, or if I'm Gucci, what do I need from you to get out of this contract? Like you could have just easily just talked it out. I'm pretty sure arbitration. There's so much stuff nowadays you could do, to get out of a contract.
Absolutely.
Besides kidnapping somebody.
And I mean, he lucky that this not like 04 Gucci, because people will be dead over this now. Like he's lucky that Gucci got involved with what's her name, Keisha Kior, I think. Like he's lucky that he got involved with her, and like she's the one that handles money, because like Gucci 20 years ago was a madman. This wouldn't have kidnapped. You have been kidnapped. y'all would have been kidnapping each other, and we would have just heard about that all summer. But
yeah, the weird thing about it is a lot of these YNs, as they call them, are wearing these Pooh Shiesty masks.
Yeah.
Right, to cover up their face so nobody can identify the illegal activities that they're doing.
True.
But the same inventor of such masks decides not to have his mask all the way on.
Right.
How stupid can you get?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm wondering like what we looking at, because obviously he still has to be under probation. So I'm wondering what type of time he's about to get because of this. This might actually be it for Pooh Shiesty.
Which is just
is dumb.
Just dumb. You get out, you kidnap your boss, which is stupid. They name a mask after you that you don't use. Like, one of the dumbest criminals. This is going to be on one of those shows, dumbest criminals in history, America's history. It's going to be Pooh Shiesty there.
Yeah, so welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I'm Daryl, of course. If you want more content like this, like and subscribe. Check out our reels, threads, all social media that will be on. Yeah, so they said they denied his bond.
I would too.
Yeah, accused of kidnapping and robbing individuals, including allegedly forcing a victim at gunpoint to sign documents. So, like that legally, that's coercion. You can't do that.
And then the worst part about it is, again, this is dumb criminal activity.
Yeah.
If you go to court and you have those documents, Gucci signed this, and then Gucci decide to appeal that and say, well, I was forced.
Yeah, I was under duress when I signed these.
And then all that effort you did anyways would have been for no reason.
Exactly.
Just
it's dumb. But speaking of even dumber or same level.
Yeah, but I'm thinking he probably got this legal advice for somebody in jail. You know, everybody in jail think they lawyers, think they know everything. Yeah, cuz this is all you got to do. And then you do this and you do that.
I feel like since his dad was involved, like his dad probably like told him, we gonna handle this the street way. For starters, they call you 30 and nigga, you nowhere near 30 no more. Like that, just stop. Also, it reminds me of the thing that Cameron and Mace were talking about. When Cameron was like, I never like mess with you old niggas. Cause you old niggas still trying to be street niggas. Yeah. And I can't respect you for that. Like your son at this point is a multimillionaire several times over. And instead of telling him, hey, like you've been in the streets long enough, you just got out on like because of some street shit. Let's do this the right way. Instead, you told your son, and you also were a part of this plot to do this. That is the dumbest. Like you're not leading him,
and that's the reason why certain people can't get anywhere.
Yeah,
because they don't know how to understand. You made it out. The same place that you was grinding, you was working hard to get out of. You made it out.
Yeah.
But y'all keep on doing the same stupid activity to put you right back.
Do you watch Beauty and Black?
Yeah.
Oh, so what's the kid name? Angel on the show.
Oh yeah.
This is what happens when niggas who not supposed to get money. Them niggas don't know how to act. No, the whole time he's so disrespectful to like the staff and whatnot. Like Butler nigga. Like you.
Wait, Asian nigga? What they call him?
I thought Andrew called him like driver nigga. Like he kind of left it like very basic, like what he was like referring to them as. But it's like, and then he's like going off on his baby mama and stuff. You broke, bitch, nigga. You're broke.
You're broke. Yeah,
you have nothing.
And then you go to the club and spend $36,000 on bottles.
Right. You're just an idiot. But this is the thing, like. Pooh Shiesty should have stayed where he was. And also, in retrospect, look where it got Lil Durk. Like, you got out, Durk went in. And you should have just been like, damn, the street life ain't for me no more.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't get the street life, though. Like, why do you're making millions. You got enough money to do what you want to do.
Right.
what's the purpose of the street life? Like, what are you missing? See, and that's the problem with these YNs or
Mm-hmm.
these dudes. Like, y'all so afraid that y'all missing something,
Right.
that y'all so afraid of separating yourself from your friends, separating yourself from your neighborhood, separating yourself from these your environment,
Mm-hmm.
that you just constantly do what it takes to get right back into that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
My thing is, once I make it out, see you niggas later. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of going back? Because to me, if you got a real friend
Mm-hmm.
and you bettering yourself, your friends would be happy for you.
Right.
You wouldn't be thinking about, oh dang, I'm leaving them behind. A real friend will understand.
Yeah.
Like, he on his stuff, he getting himself together.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, hey, if I come back, it's only to build up my old community,
Yeah.
you know, to build a park, to have a library built in my something like that. I'm not coming back to be on in the front of the liquor store. You
Right.
know, I'm not coming back to sit on the porch sharing blunts. I'm not coming back, you
Mm-hmm.
know, with a pistol. If I gotta go back to a place and I gotta make sure I gotta have extra security detail and guns, and like,
Right.
you shouldn't go.
Yeah. What happened to the days of like? And I think the last person I actually heard even tell that story was DeMar DeRozan, where he wanted to be like affiliated with like the gangs and stuff. It's like, no, you stay over there.
Mm-hmm.
You have something that is going to get you out of here. Go.
Yeah.
Don't be involved with us. We'll look out for you. We'll look after you. Make sure nothing happens to you. But you're not gang affiliated.
Yeah, because they forced themselves into these street lives
Mm-hmm.
for no reason. Because my thing is, if I'm on, then we're on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One person made it, boom, that's good. What happened to I made it? Okay, now I'm gonna put everybody else on.
Yeah.
So I made it. Okay, look, he rapped. So once I make it myself inside the doors,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna figure out the business,
Right.
and then I'm gonna bring you along. And slowly but surely, all my guys, I'm gonna get them out the hood. I'm gonna get them out of that environment. But nobody want to do that no more. They go back to the environment. Either they get killed,
Mm-hmm.
or they go to jail.
Yeah. Trying to stay active in that.
Yeah. So you made millions.
Yeah.
Now you in jail. You just got the richest commissary
Exactly.
in jail history because you can't do anything with it. Now
Right.
you just did all that work for no reason.
You just about to be able to buy a lifetime supply of honey buns and ramen.
Yep, and people forget about you.
Yeah. They forget it. Like you were not like you won't even be considered like a what if in like the case of a Big L, a Biggie, a Tupac, because even when you were popping, you still were barely popping. You're known for back in blood in prison.
But it was popping.
So I mean that's the issue that I got. But another celebrity, just real quick, Offset. Again, another person with money. What the hell are you doing? What are you? How do you? Why do you owe? Are you? What's that dude who made that song Worth It? He could barely sing, but like he was singing for his life, like in Drake's kitchen.
Yeah. But then that makes you think also when that casino shooting happened.
Yeah.
Was it a death?
Yeah.
With Offset.
Yeah, it was a debt. Because even I saw yesterday, Des Bryant came out and he was talking about how like Offset owed him like $8,000.
See,
and Offset basically decided to like take a nap, like, oh man, yeah, I got you. Like, I just need some rest. And he was like, I'm trying to like shake him. He had his crew with him, and it was like, hey man, and he was like, you know what, you got it, like, cause like it's only me and it's all of them. All right, I'll take it. Like, I'll take that L, but it's the realization that it seemed like Offset does not pay his debts.
Nope. If sooner or later it catches up to you.
Yeah.
You go mess around, not pay the the wrong person, and then you see what happens.
But I mean, and it's crazy. Like, see what happens. Think about what happened. Wasn't Takeoff killed during like a gambling situation? Like, you're just dumb. Yeah, this could have ended the same exact way.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about it, where celebrities, they live beyond their means.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying, like, you need a plan.
Yeah.
Even if you got all this money, you need a plan, because that money ain't forever. And especially if you're not making consistent hits.
Right.
You're just a part of somebody that's popular.
Mm-hmm.
Like Quavo, if we look at it, he's the most popular Migos,
Right.
right?
And he's even fallen off.
Yeah, like people deal with Offset, but that was only because Cardi B,
Right.
right?
And now that association is no longer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell you an Offset verse. Um, yeah, Offset. Somebody need to offset him.
Yeah.
Because
he need to offset this debt.
Yeah,
that's what needs to be done.
Yeah, because again, that's one of those things where as soon as I get famous, I'm gonna go buy these chains. I'm gonna go buy these bracelets. I'm gonna go buy these rings. I'm gonna go buy this car. I'm gonna go buy this. I'm gonna go buy this.
But
It's like
also,
you're not taking care of like real life stuff.
yeah,
So
but also for the longest time though, at least for like a nice chunk of time, he was tapped into Cardi's money. He was able to, she gonna get me that Benz,
yeah.
or like I'm pretty sure it was a lot of stuff that she had like deals with, where he was just getting a ton of free stuff because of her, like his affiliation to her.
Yeah, when that's the sad thing though. I think we talked about this before.
Mm.
It ain't just rappers, it's with athletes, it's with people that usually get money
Yeah.
that they don't think about the end game.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, this money is coming fast, but how can I excuse me, how can I invest it?
Right.
How can I venture off and start my own label if I'm an artist? If I'm a athlete, can I tap into the sports agency?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tap into that market?
Right.
You know, like you see people like Steph and LeBron, right? They got their own production companies,
right?
Right. They do so much more with their money than just spend it.
Yeah, they start to diversify, especially like when you're at the tail end. And like, granted, like an artist is a hit away from being right back at the top, but it's so like if you take so much time off, it's so much harder for you. Like Offset's not a legacy talent.
Nope.
You know, he's not up there with like a like the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, where it's basically like, all right, the album might not sell, but I guarantee you, because I don't tour like that, if I pop out, then the concert is sold out. Like they don't get a lot of, like, he's not one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's just the worst part about it. Because, prime example, God rest his soul, Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yeah.
Before they started to legalize weed, it was this weed company, and Kobe Bryant at that time, he was the only NBA star to kind of like tap into that market. Because I remember when they first came out with it, and they was talking about
was this post retirement?
Yeah, or before retirement. This is before retirement. This is when he was playing.
Okay.
So he invested $10,000. I think it was $10,000 or $100,000 in this company. Right? It was a startup company. Nobody knew much about the weed industry at that time. You know, it wasn't legal at that time.
Yeah.
The next year, they legalized weed. In a matter of 4 to 5 years, that 10,000 or 100,000, I forgot what it turned into 100 million. Then it turned it to 5. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But that's athlete taking his money, taking a chance, and not just spending all his money on stupid stuff. If I'm gonna spend my money, yeah, I might take a couple swings. I might miss a couple times.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna invest, and that way I don't have to go back to the hood and kidnap people.
Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy because, like, think about even Nas in a way quietly became a billionaire. Quietly, because like he took a lot of those risks. Like he invested in a lot of tech and stuff, but it's all quiet. It's like nothing loud. So, but it's like software and whatnot. But it's just one of those things. Like you just got to be practical and like be able to like think long term rather than like for the. And it seems like that's something that like athletes and celebrities have in common.
Yeah, they just live for the moment.
Yeah, like the cheap thrills. So is I think it's just like the high.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Yeah. How money and fame is an addiction.
So it's like you that's why like a lot of them turn to gambling because it's that thrill.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody can be a Michael Jordan. A lot of y'all are Antoine Walkers.
Damn. Damn.
You get the reference though.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't know if they get it, but that's why I said damn. If we ain't talking basketball.
Right. But we gonna have like a few more things to like to talk about, but we'll cover that in the next half of this episode. But I'm Daryl.
All right. So before we get off air,
Okay.
right? Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
She got traded to the Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
And people already coming out saying negative stuff already. If she's so good, why did she get traded? If she's this, why did she get traded? Right? First of all, I feel like that market isn't big enough to hold Angel Reese.
Chicago or
Chicago.
Okay.
Atlanta is the perfect and prime place. She does a lot of modeling, right? She became one of the first athletes, women athletes, to do the runway for Victoria's Secret.
Yep.
And then now she's on one of the covers. Now she just did that. And then also, I hate the fact that they feel like all women athletes have to be so masculine, and they just see them as strong, like in just playing basketball for years. Not just the NBA, but the industry has made a lot of money over guys that look handsome, that's strong, that has abs. Hanes commercials and different commercials that exploit guys. So now that a woman is trying to tap into that same market, now she's getting backlash. Now they want to talk. They don't want to talk about her as an athlete anymore. Now they want to attack her character, saying because she's tapped into all these different markets that she's doing too much.
Yeah, they view her as an influencer more than an athlete now.
Yeah, and which is crazy because why can't you do both? Why can't you have that form? You know how many NBA players have podcasts? You know how many NBA players are influencer? Hell, do you see how Shea and Kyle Kuzma dress when they come to the arena?
Yeah, or even before that, like the like Russell Westbrook,
James Harden.
Yeah, like I like the fact that Angel Reese is going to Atlanta because what else is in Atlanta? Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah,
I could definitely see her like breaking into Hollywood, and doing some acting. I think is going. The thing is because of her valuation and like all the like eyes and stuff that are on her.
Yeah,
I feel like what that's done for the collective bargaining agreement for the WNBA. That's what also caused them to pay them more because you're about to get a huge influx of a lot of talented WNBA players who aren't just looking at it like, okay, like I'm getting 200,000. That's not enough. It's good money for a regular person, but for the amount of like work and everything that you put on like your body, and again for such a professionally for such a small amount of time, they have to make more money.
Yeah.
So,
and then plus, with her going to Atlanta, we know anything about her. LSU, high school, middle school. She's been a winner all her life.
Yeah.
She's with Chicago, and they don't want to win.
No.
Every year they trade or get rid of somebody. They clearly don't want to win. Like it's just one of those things. We just be good enough, and we just keep year after year getting first round draft picks. And they don't like her attitude because she wants to win. Who wants to lose? If I'm used to winning, why do I have to settle for losing?
Right.
And then the moment I say something about winning and how people hearts not into it, then all of a sudden y'all bench me towards the end of the season when we could have easily made a playoff push, but y'all decided to bench me because I spoke my mind. That I'm tired of losing. Maybe she went about it the wrong way. She didn't have to point out player by player, but I get what she was trying to do. Like y'all need to match my energy.
Yeah, sometimes you got to hold people accountable, and this is what sport is. Yeah, it could have been behind closed doors, but again, if you're a winner, you want to win and you want the best out of the situation that like you're in.
Yeah.
And she wasn't looking to get moved. She wanted
Mm-mm.
the people around her to do better.
Yeah. And which I get it. Like Kennedy Carter, I believe that's her name.
Uh-huh.
Um, y'all get mad because she say, "Why trade her or get rid of her for an Asian point guard in her 40s?" Which
Yeah.
I get. Like that does make sense,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I said, she could have went about a different way, but sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to shake the pole a little bit. You got to figure out like what's gonna fall down, because it's like I hated that if a woman come out and do something like that, then all of a sudden she's not being a woman. She's
Yeah.
not being this. She's not being that. But let a guy come out and say something like that, like your ass, you're trash. He's not that. Like this nigga ain't hit a shot all week.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, that's a leader.
Yeah.
That's a leader. He's that should be an MVP right there.
Right.
But when somebody like Andrew Reese come out and said, then all of a sudden it's controversy. It's she's being dramatic. Yeah, that's the only thing I hate about it. But I mean, I can see them easily handing Atlanta the championship. You got Brittany Griner over there. You got Alicia Gray that they just re-signed. You got man Howard over there. Like this is
Atlanta is trying to build a team to combat the Aces.
yeah. Because now think about it. Now Andrew Reese can go back and play in her natural position now. She don't have to go back to playing center now.
Yeah.
It's like almost, it reminds me of Draymond. Draymond looks so much better when he playing the forward.
Mm-hmm.
He can play the 5, but we all know that Vegas
Right.
strings when he played the 3 or the 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just hate that she getting so much backlash over this trade. Which
And it wasn't even like she was she didn't ask for the trade.
she didn't even know, because even everybody that played with her in a rival league, when she played in the Olympics, when she did all this stuff, everybody loved to play with Angel Reese.
Right.
Everybody loved that energy. You see it, like, and we know so many more WNBA players because we see them getting posted with Angel Reese
Right.
on her stuff. So,
Right.
so to me, that's the crazy thing about it. Plus, Chicago, if we name a segment "Fumbled the Bag," you definitely fumbled the bag,
Mm-hmm.
because this season they decided to have 6 arenas that they was going to play in that had bigger venues because of Angel Reese.
Right.
Which is crazy. I just saw that and be like, damn, she bringing in that much revenue? That many people want to see her?
Yeah, it's the
We
same.
talking about 6 shows, 6 arenas now?
Right, because we call it like the Caitlin Clark effect, but she's also had that effect as well. Like when it comes to just like her popularity and like eyeballs on the product, she has the same effect. When they benched her, people stopped going to those games.
Oh yeah. Remember I told you I stopped tuning in. I stopped watching.
Yeah.
And the attendance went down.
Yeah.
And the ratings went down.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not even just that, the WNBA itself.
Yeah.
Like, this is the last thing I have to say about Angel. Even on Rival League, people was tapped into the Rival League.
Mm-hmm.
But when she came back for those 3 or 4 games, the ratings just went crazy.
Right.
So we can officially sign off now. I just had that on my mind. But I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
Thank y'all for tuning in.